Hello and welcome to The Door Touchers. And we are playing the game Abyssal Circuit, the 4th episode this time around. Alright, so, last session recap. So, we had Isabella and Rox were interrogated by a particular agent in Infinite Headquarters. And then to get information on Elaine, presumably. So, but then they were released and just told to take the day off. And after coming back in the middle of the night, both Rox and Isabella were supposed to be kidnapped. Isabella got herself kidnapped, but Rox managed to overcome her kidnapper.
Curses, foiled again.
But you weren't foiled.
No, they were.
Well, yeah, they were. You weren't. Yeah. So now, we got Rox, who's basically usurped the situation. And Elaine is still researching the stuff that she found over the Abyssal, over at the weird space that they found themselves in.
Yep.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, Isabella's player will not be joining us today. I don't know why, but there you go. It's life. It happens.
Life happens.
Yes, I'll be playing. So I'll be playing Isabella for this one session. Alrighty. So where we last left off. Rox, you were, I believe you were trying to, you've, basically manhandling the guy, and, trying to, work your, trying to get information from him.
Yeah, can we do an interrogation roll?
Sure. We could do that. Alright, so, how exactly are you going to be interrogating him?
I'm gonna start with just verbal intimidation.
You've got 0 dots in intimidation.
Can I try? Do I have manipulation?
Well, that's not a skill, that's an attribute. You have 3 dots in manipulation.
So if you did it unskilled, it'd be a 2-dot roll.
Yeah, you'd only roll 2 dice.
Is there a way I can try to cajole the information out of him?
Like persuasion? Well, you got 2 dots in that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So we're gonna do that. Manipulation plus persuasion. So how how exactly are you gonna cajole the information from him?
Well, we could always do the, I'm on his side routine, where I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. should really give me the information so that I can help him.
Okay. So you're gonna tell him that you want to help him out. All right. Because with all the disappearances at Infinite, well, if they found out that it failed, well, he'd probably get disappeared too.
We're in this together, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll have you roll 5 dice, and you did get a success. So you do generally get him to cooperate. Now, so he tells you, look, if they ever find out, I'm dead. Yeah, they don't tolerate fuck-ups.
Who's they?
Infinite, the guys you work for.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a more specific subset of that.
I don't know. I think they have like military connections. That's about it.
Who do you report to?
Oh, just some guy. He's just the leader. We don't actually know his name. But I guess by the way he talks, it's military.
And what were you supposed to do with me?
Well,
Zane?
Yes, I know. What?
Just what was your response?
Oh, okay. Well, I thought there was something wrong with my mic going on. Okay. He just goes, put you in a room. Like they just
Okay, a room where?
Well, he tells you the directions. They were, it's some kind of basement. It looks like a storage room. And then just leave you there.
Okay. Were there any other targets that you know of?
I think there was that one cleaner chick.
The custodian.
Yeah, something like that. You both work at Infinite.
That makes sense.
So, what happens now? Am I free to go? Or...
Well, unlike you, I'm not a kidnapper, so yeah.
Okay. So, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I just learned that my little wee psychotic friend was a target too, so I'm gonna go see if I can ninja up and go look for her.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Anything you think you can tell me to help? Gate codes? Any password? Anything of the sort?
Oh, I've got something. Here's a, the door to the storage room. It has, I could tell you the code, and he just gives you the specific code.
Nice. I'm so glad I asked that question.
I mean, I'm gonna have to disappear at this point. So if you want to go into
good
that
luck with
lion's
that.
den, be my guest. I'm out of here. And he just leaves.
Bon voyage.
Yeah, well, from his perspective, why the hell would he hang around?
Exactly. Yeah, because people disappear. Like, this is an organization that disappears people. He ain't sticking around to find out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so, Elaine.
Yep.
You, and actually, both you and Rox, you suddenly get a ringing on your phone, on both your phones.
Okay, now that's very interesting. Who would have both numbers?
Well, you don't know that. You just know that you're being called.
Yep. Okay, I'll check one of the phones.
Yeah.
I'll go for the burner.
Yeah, well, it's actually your own phone that's doing it, not your burner.
Okay.
Yeah, and same
Yep.
thing for you, Rox. It doesn't go on any burners that you have. It goes on your main phone.
All right.
And as soon as you pick it up, you don't even have to swipe or anything. It looks like it answers the call, but instead of hearing any kind of voice on your end, instead it just shows flashes of images. It shows Isabella. And then looming over her is some kind of shadow monster thing. And then framed in this is the gateway to a door. And it shows you, and beside the door is a keypad. And you see the buttons being pressed. You know, they kind of light up in a sequence. Now, Rox, I'm just gonna roll perception.
Fair.
Yeah, so wits plus composure, not persuasion. You got a success there. You notice that the actual keypad is the same exact combination that you were told.
Well, so that indicates to me that I can trust this guy's information.
And that's all you get. And then the phone call ends.
Well, I'll call Everett.
Isabel.
Yes.
Sorry, Elaine. Yeah, problem is you don't have Elaine's number.
Yeah, you don't even know Elaine. Oh, the only thing you know about her is Ice Queen Bitch.
I thought we all exchanged numbers over pancakes.
Did you, Elaine? Elaine?
Yeah, I think we did, actually.
Oh, so you did have the number.
Yeah, I seem to remember specifically as saying that.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, because you were all at IHOP that one time.
Yeah, first session.
Yep, well, I've given her the burner number. Because, yeah, Elaine's not terribly trusting at this point, particularly not with the security guard who she just broke into.
Right. Fair enough. So you got the number for her burner phone, so you can call that.
Sure, whatever. I just need to contact her.
Okay, so Elaine, your burner phone goes off.
Yep. Well, I'm definitely going to answer that.
Yep. Okay, well, you're in the call.
So I'm assuming you just saw what I saw?
That being what?
A video of our little psycho friend?
Oh, yeah, I got that. Question is, where did it come from?
Well, they just tried to kidnap me, too. I got where they are and the code for getting into the storeroom.
You sure you can trust it?
Well, I just saw the code being entered in the video.
So we've got someone randomly giving us a code.
Right.
That's fishy.
You also have directions to that same exact door.
Yeah, someone's being excessively helpful here.
I mean, this is true. They just sent someone high up in their security to get kidnapped. So they gotta have known they probably needed to send more men.
Yeah, we could be walking into a dead set trap.
All right, Akbar.
What do you want to do about it?
Well, I would say at the very least, surveillance is in order.
That at least I can get down with.
Yeah, I don't want to walk in blind.
So how are we going to surveil it?
Well, let me check out some equipment from work, maybe. I mean, I did take the rest of the day off mostly. I'm sure no one's going to prevent me from checking out some equipment. And then we'll meet up at the nearest rest stop to this storage room.
So they just tried to kidnap you, and you think they're not going to worry about you checking out equipment?
Yeah.
Well, okay, fair. I mean, would she have her own equipment?
Yeah, she would, but it'd be in her locker room.
No, like a personal stash at home.
You might have. I mean, you are a security staff. You might have stuff of your own.
Well, you used your batons on your would-be kidnapper, so you do have something there. But those are generally weapons. You don't have anything. You don't have access to security cameras or anything other than what Infinite gives you.
Security cameras is not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like low light vision goggles or night vision goggles and like binoculars and maybe some ballistic armor and shit like that.
Well, they're possibilities.
Well,
yeah. Do you want to maybe give me a roll for whether I would? I mean, because I've dated people in the security and cops and stuff like that. They all order out of the Gauls catalog for their own stuff.
Okay. Well, I think it would be pretty reasonable that you would have something. Because, of course, security guards.
Okay. Well, then why don't I just grab whatever stuff I have lying around the house and meet her somewhere?
You don't have any dots in resources, so you don't have terribly much.
Right.
You probably wouldn't have anything like ballistic armor. You could possibly have a handgun.
Okay.
Although, I'm just checking. Yes, you do have 2 dots in firearms. Yeah. So that would get you a light pistol. Yeah, as far as I know, that's damage modifier of 1.
Alright.
Oh, actually, I gotta go to Hurt Locker. Modern weapons, firearms. Okay, light pistol. 1. The range is long. And the capacity is medium. And initiative is 0. That's really useful. Probably just requires a strength of 2. And that's a size of 1. Cool. Alright. So you have like your own personal pistol, but that's about it, along with your batons. Because you, like I said, you have no dots and resources, so you don't have terribly much.
Yep. So you have limited access to equipment overall.
Yeah, you don't have anything like, nothing fancy like night vision goggles or things like that.
Alright, that's fair.
And Elaine right now is staying in a hotel, so she doesn't have any of her own personal resources with her.
No, but she would have a credit card.
Yeah, I have a corporate credit card. Because of course I would. Problem is trackable purchases.
That's true.
It's pretty unusual for a person to spontaneously go out and buy night vision goggles, for instance.
True. Though you can use cash.
Yeah. Get out an amount of cash on the credit card and use that.
You could easily do that.
Yep. Okay, well, she'll take that opportunity to go to a nearby bank and max cash out the credit card on a cash transaction.
All right.
So that she can have some money for immediate resources.
Cool. We'll just, yeah. So I'll just say you can use your resources with cash.
Yep.
Now, it's not it's not perfect. They can still do a little bit of tracking, but it's limited.
Yeah. And that limit is, while she's aware it's not perfect, that limit's a hell of a lot better than what would otherwise be.
Let's see. Yeah, and just gonna check your character sheet. How many dots and resources do you have?
4.
4. Okay, so you can get anything with an availability of 2.
Instantly.
Pretty much. Oh, night vision goggles is physical equipment. Okay. So yeah, that's an availability of...
Rich.
Yep. That's an availability of 2, so you can get that pretty easily.
Yep.
Do you think of anything else?
Hmm. What would there be that would be of immediate usefulness?
Well, some like bring grenades or like smoke grenades might be useful.
Yeah, they'd be too high end. They'd not be so easily available as to just cash them out from a shop.
Hmm.
Well, one thing which she's absolutely going to take is a compass.
Okay.
They were completely direction lost last time.
Hmm.
And while she suspects that that place was weird enough that a compass might not actually work, it might. And if it doesn't, it's at least going to tell her something.
Hmm. Yeah. You could also get a GPS tracker.
Yeah, both of those would be good things to take along.
Okay. So a compass is very easy to procure,
Absolutely.
and a GPS tracker is, again, availability too.
Yeah, not exactly hard.
Hmm. Okay. So, anything else?
Nope, that sounds like about what she'd want.
Okay. All right. So, there you go. Now, you've got your equipment. That takes a little while. So, what are you doing from there?
Well, meeting up with Rox is how we're going to do the meetup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're probably going to want to meet up somewhere close by and then arrange ourselves to where we can see the building entrances the best with our combination of viewpoints.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, we could always go back to the pancake place.
Oh my god, this is going to be our thing. This is very Tarantino-y.
Yeah, isn't it?
Going to the IHOP. Or maybe the Denny's. The whole Grand Slam. A Grand Slam with 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, and 2 pancakes.
Uh,
I love smoke signals. Anyways,
what you thinking?
well, I just said I just love smoke signals. Anyways, so you are meeting up at the local pancake place.
Yep. It's a pretty ordinary location. No particular reason for any alarm bells to ring there. I don't think they would have cottoned on to the fact that we met up at a pancake place last time.
Okay. Pancake place it is. There we go. All right, so you both arrive and meet each other, and you've come down to the table.
Yep.
Waitress comes over. And what can I get you, ladies?
Black
Biggest maple
coffee and burnt
pancake-
hash brown.
Okay, she writes that down.
Biggest maple pancake stack you can conjure.
Absolutely. And she goes off. Alright, just hold on a second. You can talk amongst yourselves.
Yep. Yeah, so Elena's being as oblique as she possibly can be. There is a distinct edge of paranoia there. And what you can get from her, Roxy, is this is someone who doesn't find any of this strange. This is someone who's done this kind of thing before, and apparently rather a lot.
Well, she'll come right out and ask why she's not fazed by any of this.
In my line of work, things get messy all the time.
And here you are. She hands you a black coffee.
I'll wait for her to go away and then ask what her line of work is.
Yep. She's gone away. She just handed you the coffee. That's it.
She smiles faintly and says, non-traditional research.
Rocks?
You there, Brianna?
Yeah, sorry, I'm cooking at the same time and got a huge sneezing fit.
No problem. Yeah. She says non-traditional research with a faint smile.
Well, could you be any vaguer? I mean, I dare ya.
I'm involved in the medical field, but pursuing those avenues of study that deal with materials and substances not on most people's radar.
So weird shit.
That would be a good way of putting it, yes.
Like losing days of our lives while we were... These are the days of our lives. While we were in our first encounter.
Oh, I've seen much worse than that.
Well, that's the first on me, so what's up? Spill.
She looks around, makes sure that no one's paying any particular attention to the conversation, quite obliquely, and then says, how about creatures that unspool your guts? Like winding out thread. You there, Brianna?
Yeah.
Another sneezing fit.
So what brought you to this location?
Family.
Your brother, right?
Yep. I tend to have a problem when one of my family becomes mysteriously uncontactable.
Sure he didn't just meet a girl and run off?
Well, slight problem with that is girls weren't his thing.
Okay, boys then.
He was working for Infinite, and then one day he up and disappears. And I come to track him down, and they have no record that he ever worked there. Sounding familiar?
Yeah, a bit.
Thought it might. So, it seems that whatever's going on here involves military. It involves some obviously big bucks. And it involves something that scares them so deeply they don't want anyone to know about it. So they're prepared to go out of their way to shut us up. In circumstances like that, well, you've got to be the kind of individual who can be prepared. What did you bring to the table?
I'll pull out my meager arsenal.
Well, she smiles slightly and reaches in and pulls out some night vision goggles. Hands you a pair. These might help a little bit.
I mean, they're worth a shot.
In the dark, as it were.
Oh, by the way, just as an idea, you want Rox, you wanted to investigate the time anomaly of the weird space.
Correct.
Well, one way you can do that is you can check. You probably don't know that. Well, your character probably doesn't know this, but you can actually set the clock so that on your phone, so that it doesn't get any information. Like you could disrupt the sync.
Right, like airplane mode or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. So that way, the phone doesn't update. And you can get an hour discrepancy. And get, like, the actual time dilation.
That could be very useful.
Yeah, because we might as well kill two birds with one stone.
Hmm. Oh, you Rox actually has a Dotton computer, so you'd know that.
Yep.
And Elaine, you don't have any Dotton computer.
Yep. Elaine's a businesswoman. A businesswoman and scientist. She has no understanding of computers at all.
So, you know, like, the basics of how to use a computer, but not more than that.
Enough to write her dissertation. That's about it.
But you, Rox, you actually have, you know how to do that, so.
Well, cool.
I thought it was the other way around, and I thought, like, Elaine could tell you to do that, but no, you could actually do that yourself.
Cool. So, you can set your phone to pick up the time dilation, and that'll be useful. Elaine's got a compass, which she can use to determine whether or not you can track distance within the anomaly. So,
Okay, can we think of anything else we need to do as well?
Well, how are you going to get in?
Rescue to do, and that just comes down to plain being armed.
Well, the main concern is how are you going to get in? You know, like Rox, you know for sure they're going to be able to recognize you instantly, and they're going to have surveillance.
Well, we can try to disguise ourselves. Do I have lockpicking skills?
No, but here's another thing. You're a lieutenant of the security. That means you know security. You've got connections there.
Right. So I can just maybe, like, chum buddy my way in?
There's that, and there's simply that you know how it all works, so you can see the gaps and holes in it.
That's
Elaine is quite happy to reveal that in amongst her goods, she routinely carries lockpicks. She has 2 dots of larceny.
She just carries lockpicks around her.
Yeah, it's remarkable how useful they can be. Sometimes you just need to pick a lock. They're small, they're portable, they fit in a purse. Much to the annoyance of people who want to keep her out, she just spontaneously has a way of getting in.
Although the problem with Infinite is that they usually use electronic locks.
True. But it is a tool, and it's a useful tool. Even if when you're not using it to pick the lock, it has some versatility.
And Rox, while you do have a key card yourself, it's probably not going to give you any clearance if they're kidnapping you.
Yeah.
But you do have chums. You do have some friends in as part of your security team.
Yeah. So, are we splitting up on this, or am I trying to go in and are you waiting on the outside? Is the question, I guess.
Yeah. I think in this instance, Elaine would wait on the outside. See how
I feel
far
like that's
you get
probably
first.
safer.
Yeah. See how far you get first. She'll use her stealth skills if she can, but yeah, considering these guys are military class, electronic locks are a probability. So she'll leave it to you to get in trouble first.
Wow, what a friend.
How kind.
The thing about Elaine, there's a reason Isabel calls her Ice Queen bitch.
Yeah, seems like an apt description.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not exactly the person on whom you can rely unless what you're relying on is someone who will always be out for themselves.
Yeah.
She's very good at that. Very dependable.
Well, Rox, you would have the numbers of people on your team. Their personal mobile phone numbers. that you would able to use, as well as their names and such. And whether or not they'd be willing to, as well as their personalities, like who may be kind of.
I'm only going to use a phone call to see who's on tonight.
Oh, well, you probably, well, at this point, you would be aware of schedules. You'd be able to know shifts of your team and such. Being a lieutenant and whatnot.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the entrance and post a lane outside of whoever I think is most likely to be my buddy and chum.
Okay. Alright. And so you come up to this guy, so you come up to one of the guys, and well, the thing is, he can be a bit too buddy-buddy with you. As in, you get the distinct feeling he is trying to date you. As problematic as that is.
That's fair. I can use that boy's groin.
Okay, so you come up to him and go like, Rox, what are you doing here? Yeah.
Listen, I need you to do me a solid and let me in real quick.
Look, they're looking for you. Oh, and you're out of the lively cafe, by the way.
Oh, okay. Do you know why?
We were just told that you broke in. We're told to do you in.
What? Does that sound like me? Come on.
Well, I don't know.
Look, just let me sneak by you. Just this once. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Okay. Movie on Friday?
You got it.
Okay. I can give you my key card. They've got
I appreciate it.
They got cameras with facial recognition. I don't have anything for that.
I think I might be able to get that covered. Can I do makeup that will mess up the recognition like the activists use?
The activists use? Sorry, I'm familiar with that.
Oh, it's like big blocks of like rectangles and shit like that in like white and black that like mess up facial recognition cameras.
So they take like what, paper rectangles and such? Or what?
No, it's done with makeup.
Okay.
They're
Think
painted
war
for-
paint, right? Only more strategic in its placement so that cameras get messed up by it.
Well, you don't really have anything that you could use on hand. And where's the message? I got sent a Facebook notification.
Hmm.
Did you send anything?
I didn't.
Okay.
So
No.
something going up. Ignore it.
All right. Anyways. Okay. So we'll just ignore that. Okay. So, you could, but where are you going to get the makeup?
I mean, I'm a tomboy and I have makeup in my purse.
Okay. I wouldn't think a tomboy would have makeup, but all right.
I feel like I could do it with even like mascara or eyeliner.
Hmm. And you just kind of put it on your face.
Yeah, so basically it would make me really obvious to anyone that's happening to walk by, like why you have your face like glommed
Yeah.
like that.
Why does your face look like Picasso? Yeah.
Hmm.
Right, but it'll fuck up facial recognition software.
Okay. All right, so you can do that, and you put the makeup on like war paint.
Exactly.
Yeah, speaking of Tarantino, Inglourious Bastards. So, okay.
I got a dump of bin of salmonella water. Hold on.
Hmm. All right. And so, Lane, you're holding back.
Yep. If someone else is going to get into trouble, I'm going to let them get in trouble first.
Um. There you go.
All right. But I mean, really, not for nothing. Us both going in there is probably really like stupid.
Hmm.
Yeah. From Elaine's perspective, it's just don't be dumb enough to get caught with someone else.
Right. But from Rock's perspective, it's like, well, at least if I get caught, there's someone else who knows about it on the outside.
Yeah. So you can see the advantage to her plan, even though her plan has absolutely nothing to do with any generosity towards you, specifically speaking.
Hmm. Okay.
It's fine.
So the guy lets you sneak past, and you've can kind of you can infiltrate the place, and you certainly know the routines of the security guards, so you can avoid them to a large degree. That being said, how is Elaine getting in from here?
Elaine's going to wait for the moment, and if Roxanne is able to navigate things, she should then be able to let Elaine in.
Hmm.
Right.
If she's going to get caught, then she's going to get caught very quickly, and Elaine not being in will be a very good thing.
Okay. Well, the thing is, you have to walk a good ways into the facility to get to that particular door. That's the only issue.
Okay,
'Cause
so you know that.
it's going into a basement of the facility.
Right. So Roxanne would know that.
Yes.
So, Rox, what would be your take in this circumstance? Is this something where I can wait outside, or is this going to be a case where you're going to have to get me to come in anyway?
I would say let me scout it out first.
Mm-hmm.
Because we lose nothing by me doing some recon on my own first.
Okay, we'll roll for that. All right, so I would say this would probably be wits plus investigation.
And I have stealth, right?
I believe so. Hold on.
Yep, you do.
Yeah. 2 dots of it, actually.
Yeah, she's probably figuring Elaine isn't as stealthy as herself.
Hmm. Okay, so you find a way in. You got 1 success off that. So you can find a good path and, the shift around, and you can go in between security sweeps.
Nice.
So you can get in via a back door type area to get into the back. And then into a basement area via the stairs.
Okay. So you're going to open the way and let Elaine in now.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to be a teamwork action of I would say wits plus stealth.
Okay,
and,
so
Rox is going to be the primary actor.
Right
So
up.
Elaine, you're gonna roll wits plus stealth.
Wits plus stealth first, and that will then give you an idea, Rox, of how many extra dice you get as a bonus.
Yes.
So wits is 2. Stealth for Elaine.
Just click on the 2 traits on your character sheet, and then
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is 1.
All right, cool.
So there's 3. Considering the importance of this, Elaine would actually put a bonus of willpower.
Okay.
I did that. I'm doing a willpower too.
So she's going to add 3 from the willpower.
All right. Jeez. Well, that's
Did it zero you out?
No, just 0, no successes. But that's not
Hang
bad.
on.
That just means you don't get any extra dice.
Yeah. Yeah, on
That's
6
fair.
dice, you got nothing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
It's all right. We got all the bad luck out of the way.
There you go.
Hopefully.
Okay, so Rox, you are.
And no, I am not going to make this a dramatic failure.
Yeah, please no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm not a points hog.
Okay, and well, she got a success there. 1. Jeez.
Did you do my willpower added
Yes, I put in the modifier of 3 dice.
in? Woo!
Yeah. Well, at least you succeeded. Although there was that one time where it might have actually you got caught by that one security guy over in the corner there, but you managed to dodge him. So all right, you're at
Okay.
you're at.
So I'm going to suggest to Elaine non-verbally that she like do her face up similarly, just in case they have her face on record.
She can see the sense of that. You got the makeup?
Yep.
Because she brought professional makeup.
Well, Lottie fucking da.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So you do, and I'm guessing that's before you tried both sneaking in.
Yeah. It would have to have been.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Billy. Anyways, that's just my cat. Now, so you're at the door with the key code. Now, whether you remember it, Rox, it doesn't really matter because Elaine remembers it due to your eidetic memory.
Yep.
So I'll just say you can enter the code in pretty easily.
Yep.
And you're into what looks like a sort of... You're not sure. You heard it was like a storage space, but it's just not this... It feels like it's kind of an unfinished area, not really a formal storage area, not really a formal storage space.
Suspicious.
So as you enter, you notice Elaine. You look at your GPS tracker and you find it's can't detect your location. It's not getting any reception.
We're back in the space again.
Every time you try to reconnect, it just simply gives up because it's just not getting anything.
Yep. Only logical conclusion is that we're in that space we were in before where it was somehow disconnected from larger reality. So if they were dumping her in here, they've dumped her back in that weird place.
Okay. All right. So, how are you gonna take these things from here?
Yeah. What does Rox think?
Rox?
That this is a fucking trap.
Sounds about right. Who's Akbar now?
Yeah. Can I do an extra perception check just randomly?
Okay. Anything in particular that you are trying to perceive?
Like anything out of the ordinary, anything that feels off?
I'm guessing that's probably a pretty big category at this point.
Everything seems off.
I mean, I'm trying to anything that feels like a trap, like we're triggering a trap, I guess.
Well, nothing that feels like a trap at the moment, but you're just caught in a place that the whole place is weird. You're back in the weird area. Everything is off.
Can I do like maybe a knowledge check of what standard operating procedures for this company might look like in this situation, how they might try to trap me?
That's actually a pretty reasonable thought.
They don't cover anything like that. Not for any
but I'm sure I've run operations. You know, and as someone who's run operations, I would know how they tend to think and how they tend to operate.
Well, the thing is, you were led here by a call from, well, you don't know what, and you just saw pictures on your phone. That's nothing that Infinite is doing. Infinite doesn't do that. You don't know what did that. It's completely alien.
I mean, Infinite doesn't do that as far as I know.
Well, that's the thing. So, whoever led you here doesn't think like Infinite at all.
Fair.
Okay, so question to ask from Elaine's perspective is, okay, if this is a trap, who's benefiting from it? If Infinite isn't doing this, who else is involved?
And if Infinite isn't doing this, why are we at Infinite headquarters?
Well, Elaine's quite familiar with the concept of industrial espionage. I mean, she's doing it. From her perspective, someone wants something out of Infinite. Guess what? So does she. It's not necessarily an enemy, but it could very well be someone setting them up to take the fall.
I'm just, Elaine, if you could roll perception for me real quick.
Yep. So that's wits plus composure.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just sort that out.
Okay, Rox, you got a success on that.
Elena's cool as a freaking cucumber, so wits plus composure is a nice tidy roll. Okay, she got a success.
Okay. And come on. You table somewhere. And it's like a shadow that kind of moved. It could possibly be somebody in the distance who just went down the hall. Maybe Isabella. But something about it just feels kind of really off. It doesn't look like a person walking. It looks like a statue moving. You're not sure. It's weird.
Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead.
Except you were looking at it and it was moving.
Well then, fucktards.
Oh, and right behind you, you hear the door open. And it's Trenton.
Trenton.
Hello, ladies.
Soldier.
Yeah, the guy.
I remember Trenton.
Yeah. Huh.
This your party?
No. Did you get something on your phone?
Yep.
Yeah, because something just flashed a couple pictures on my phone. I don't know what, but told me to come here and told me the key code.
Well, this is sounding awful familiar.
So you got the same thing as, so I guess both of you got the same thing.
Yep.
Well, that's quite a coincidence.
Yeah. A little bit too much of one for my liking.
Well, at least came prepared. And he's holding he hoists up on his back, looks like the butt of a rifle. And he pulls it out and has it armed.
Practical thinker. I like it.
Always a practical thinker. You have to be when you're a merc.
So what are your merc instincts screaming about this one?
I thought trap.
Yep.
But I know it's not
right.
Infinite. Infinite doesn't do shit like that. They wouldn't contact
So
me
Infinite
at all.
doesn't do anything like any of it.
Yeah.
So if not them, who? And
Probably
why?
something in the weird space. Something here. I don't know. It doesn't work like a normal message or anything. It was just pictures. So I'm guessing, since the weirdness came from here, the weird, whatever contacted us is from here or something.
Makes sense. Question 2, why?
I don't know. But it certainly knows about the janitor, Isabella, I think. Knows about her, the Asian chick. Short Asian chick.
So, it's contacted precisely the 3 individuals besides her who were down here as a group.
Yeah. What happened to her? Why is she not with you?
I'm assuming because she failed her test for getting kidnapped.
Getting kidnapped? What?
Well, some people tried to kidnap me.
Ah, right. Does sound like them. Alright.
I seem to be singularly blessed in not having suffered such a fate.
Well, mostly because I can know to get the fuck out of there. I can go off grid if I ever need to.
Yeah. So can I. That's why it seems I wasn't hunted down.
But,
Well, Lottie fucking da, what are we doing about the psycho bitch?
well, I guess we find her.
Before whatever this is does something unpleasant.
Whatever what is.
And she gestures straight down the hall at the thing that she's seen.
Oh, it's not there. It's just an empty hallway. It, passed by.
Ah, it's gone now. Well, that's not ominous at all.
Well, what was it?
Something moving like a statue might move.
Yeah, well. What else is new? Weird shit. Alright, I'll take the front. So, he's got his gun poised. And, goes on ahead.
I'll bring up the rear.
Yeah. So, I presume you guys are going down the hall where it came from?
Yep.
Okay. Just gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
No problem.
Fair.
On Discord.
Yeah, I can't see it. Okay. Yep. So, what are your thoughts at this point, Rox?
I still think we're being dumbasses and going right into a trap, but whatever.
Yep, it's an Akbar.
Doesn't seem like there's much alternative right now.
Yeah. So, any kind of strategy you got in mind for if we catch this thing up?
Okay. I'm back. Alright. So, you go down...
I mean, not at the moment, thank you. Because I don't know we're fighting.
Okay, so what are you guys talking about?
Well, thinking of potential strategies, if we do catch this thing up, what we're going to do.
Well, I don't know if I can't guarantee bullets are going to work. They didn't work on the people. Or kind of cyborgs now, I guess.
Yeah, about that. What did you observe of those?
You mentioned a kind of statue thing? Yeah.
Yep.
I remember something like that. It was like this shadow, almost. Like a pillar of shadow that screamed. And as it did so, these kind of tubes? Not sure. Tubes and wires wrapped around others and then made them like implanted machines into them, turning them into the cyborg things.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Cybermen.
Yeah, only they still have their emotions.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So basically, they got turned into shrieking meat puppets. Is that about the gist of it?
Yeah, pretty much. And the only way I got out of there is because I hightailed it. While it was busy.
The thought that goes through my mind about now is we come in peace, shoot to kill.
Right? Star trekking across the universe.
Yeah.
So, you go down the hallway, and in the distance, you see this thing move. It's closer than before, but it's still fairly distant. It definitely is not walking on any sort of legs. It doesn't have legs of any sort. It's just like a moving pillar. There it is.
Any strategy you found that worked?
Nope. And you actually see, you notice his arms are shaking as he's holding the gun.
Tighten it up.
Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, they're only shaking a little bit. He is controlling it for the most part, but you just notice that. I'm guessing that thing's looking for the Isabella.
What makes you say that?
Well, it hunted us down, and it turned us into those cyborg things. That's probably, if it hasn't turned her yet, it's probably going to do that.
Are you sure it's rational?
Not at all.
Yeah, it could be that it's not after her at all, that she's just a casual victim. Not everything specifically targets its prey.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna have y'all do well, you could do a stealth, like the same kind of wits plus stealth check if you want to kind of move around it while tailing it. If that's what you guys want to do.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Rox, what were you thinking?
You've had way more experience with these things than I have.
Oh, I was just talking as the ST, not as Trenton.
Oh, never mind.
Got 2 successes on 3 dice.
Huh? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's...
Made up for last time.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna... Rocks, I also, I gotta roll for you. So I'm gonna be doing that. Plugins. It's plus stealth. No successes on that end. Okay, but Trenton is the primary actor for this teamwork action, so just gonna roll for him. And it's plus stealth. And then I think I'll also have him spend a willpower and also get 2 from your successes. Well, 4 successes. So you all are able to tail this thing and stay well outside of its sight, as it were. It doesn't seem like it notices you, as far as you can tell.
So as far as we can tell, we've avoided its perceptions. Be about the closest you could come, since we don't know how this thing senses the world.
Yeah. It seems like it's roughly like it has some sort of sight, I suppose. Although you don't see any eyes. It's just like a block of blackness. Just to give you a picture. Where are you? There it is.
You sending it in Discord?
No, sending it over here.
Okay.
Over in the Roll20.
Okay.
You see that rough approximate shape?
Nasty.
Yeah. It also, the weird thing about it is that you don't see any definition either. So while you presume it's kind of like looking at it at different angles, it looks like it shifts. So like if you're looking at the top, it doesn't look, it looks like it sort of shifts along because there's no kind of definitions to it. There's no contours. It just looks like a black shape. It's weird. It's like a hole in the universe itself.
Some sort of mobile void.
There's a crack in my wall. Please, Santa, come fix it.
Yeah.
You do, however, find Isabella, fortunately. And she's huddled up around a corner.
Well, I would gesture for everyone to just approach quietly.
Yep. Oh, and you easily do that. The 4 successes. You just get down.
I would maybe send in Elaine first, because they already kind of bonded a little bit.
So I
Makes
guess
sense.
So I guess Elaine comes in. It's like, ice cream, bitch.
Yep.
What are you doing here?
Got a call.
A call?
Someone phoned us and wanted us to come in here. Showed us you in trouble.
Who was it?
No clue.
Yeah.
Maybe a friend. More likely just someone else with an interest in a bit of espionage.
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't like that thing.
Not all that keen on it myself. Any idea of how we get out?
No. Sorry. Been kind of trying to avoid this thing. Okay, so the rest of Trenton and Rox you catch up to as well. This monster, or whatever it is looming quite close to you. Still doesn't seem to detect you yet, but it's getting unnervingly close, shall we say.
What can you tell us about the thing?
It screams.
How does it see?
I don't know. I don't see any eyes.
Does it seem to see well?
I don't know. I'm just trying to avoid it as best I can.
It's okay, you're doing great. What have you noticed that can help us?
Well, I found these, and she, in her shirt, she has she's been kind of using it as a sort of pouch. You know how you put a flap at the bottom of your shirt and form like a pouch of it?
Yep.
And in that little pouch, she's got several bottles of will look to be various chemicals. Several vials.
What'd you make?
It's just chemicals. Lots of them.
So you found them down here?
Yeah, in one of the rooms.
Okay, at this point, Elaine's going to actually take up one of those bottles, very carefully open the cap of it, and waft it and see if it's anything she can reasonably identify by smell.
Oh, they're labeled.
Yep, she'll look at the labels as well, but labels don't necessarily mean truths.
Let's just say. Hold on a minute. All right. Well, one of it is named acetone.
Does it smell like nail polish? Because that's what acetone smells like.
Yeah, it's colorless,
Yep.
it's pretty viscous, and it does smell exactly like nail polish remover.
Then the label's probably true.
Yep. One of them is also hydrochloric acid, and it looks like a light yellow.
That tracks.
That's unusual because hydrochloric acid is usually colorless.
Yeah. It's only like a light yellow, mostly clear. And
Yeah.
it has a very pungent smell.
Yeah. That's off.
Mm.
So she's going to keep a watch out for that because that's probably not what is actually in the bottle.
Another one is sodium hydroxide. It's a white solid. It's kind of like this powder.
Yep. It's exactly what the stuff looks like. It's a dry crystalline material. So, yep.
It's a salt, right?
Yeah. It's a crystalline salt that, you don't want to let anywhere near your skin because it will eat holes in you before you even realize it's touched you.
There's another one that looks that's labeled benzene.
Mm-hmm.
And it's colorless, and it smells sweet.
Not familiar enough with benzene to cast a judgment on such. Would Elaine be? Probably. Because she's constantly working in a medical science lab.
And there's also potassium permanganate.
Deep purple.
Yep, it's it looks like purple crystals.
Yep. On these crystals.
Yeah. So by
Rich
the general
purple.
gist of it, the labels look to be true for the most part.
Okay, so we've got a good mix of random chemicals. Question is, why are they down here?
I don't know, I just found them and took them.
Dependable as always, she says with a smirk.
They're just hanging around.
Okay, so what are we going to do with those? The question.
I don't know. I was thinking of mixing some of them and throwing it at it.
Does any of us have a science dot or two?
Well,
Elaine's we got science training.
Yeah, well, Isabella has 2 dots in science. Rox, you have no dots. Trenton doesn't have any dots. So he's like, nope, not me. Elaine, you have 3 dots.
Yep, so the two of us can cook it together.
Mm-hmm.
So
what are
we
you thinking of
have.
cooking?
Okay, we've got some acetone, we've got benzene, we've got hydrochloric acid.
Yep. You've also got ethanol, sulfuric acid, ammonia, sodium chloride.
There's the components there for making 135 trinitrobenzene.
135. I don't know, but there's also methanol.
It's a close cousin to TNT. And with the addition of methanol, we could actually create TNT.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was going to list off the chemicals that you have. That Isabella got. Formaldehyde.
I love that you know this off your top of your head, Aubrey.
I have a medical science degree.
Yeah.
I know, but I still love it.
Yeah, so, you also have formaldehyde, acetic acid? Acetic acid. Have that.
Yeah.
Calcium carbonate, phosphoric acid, and hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah. There's material there for trinitrotoluene, TNT. There's material for a chloride bomb and a material for white phosphorus.
Nice.
Let's get cooking.
There is some seriously dangerous shit there.
Let's get cooking.
Okay, well, first things first. Getting the materials together for TNT, which is the nitric and sulfuric acids with the benzene and the methanol.
Yep.
Mix those together in one of the containers.
Oh, let's go where I found these. It's not too far off.
Okay, we'll slink away.
Yep. I'm gonna have all of you make stealth checks.
Yep.
And dexterity plus stealth.
Okay. Back to character sheet. Okay.
Uh-oh, Rox. You fail.
Do I have a steadfast?
No.
Well, bollocks.
Just gonna make rolls for everybody else. Okay, you got 2 successes. And Trenton got 2 successes. And I'm just gonna roll that for Isabella. So 2 successes on her end as well. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, that thing saw you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I take it at this point we are now bolting for our lives.
Pretty much. I just wish I had some music for this. But yeah. Whatever it is, it just fucking screamed at you. And, Trenton immediately opens fire. And tries to cover for you, Rocks. Because essentially what happened is that you hit your foot, you stubbed your toe a bit, and that kind of tipped it off.
Everybody rolls a one sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's just opening fire immediately and gets up right between you and it.
Yeah, so now what do we do? Hang on, I've just got a call coming in on my mobile.
Okay, well, just take a small break for
Okay.
now.
It was just the plumber accidentally tapped us on his phone.
Uh-huh.
At least it was nothing dangerous.
Okay. All right, so as you're kind of running off, essentially, Trenton just keeps opening bullets, just keeps firing until he's depleted the magazine. He's just emptied the clip, and the thing grapples onto him. Like, wraps around him with these kind of tendrils. They look like tubing or things like that, or some of them look like wires, and they're just wrapping around him, immobilizing him. And then something very peculiar happens. From inside it, you can see a sort of some kind of machinery that replicates his face. It's kind of like building his face from various machine parts. And then...
Can I smash it with a baton?
You're just kind of stunned at the moment. You're just gawking because you've never seen this. It's like it's sort of deer in the headlights kind of thing. Because, you're faced with this situation. You don't know what you're looking at or what to do. And the face opens its mouth and sucks something from Trenton. Kind of rips something from him. Like his whole body, like an imprint of his whole body flows into the mouth, like it's getting sucked in. And then it just lets him go.
Gelfling essence!
And then it just lets him go. Just plop. And Trenton's still alive. He's like, ooh. It's like he's all stunned. What the fuck just happened? Yeah. This is definitely a breaking point for y'all.
Yep. Okay, so an integrity breaking point. What's the dice?
That would be resolve and composure. You do get a +1 normally, but this is also a particularly traumatic supernatural. This is particularly violent. And just seeing... okay, breaking points. Where is it? Or maybe it's in the... Alright.
If I remember correctly, a particularly violent one's about a -2.
Yeah, something like that.
So if we're normally +1, we'd be -1.
Yeah, witnessing a supernatural occurrence. That would be probably... It says -1 to -5. I would say -3. What you're looking at is something that's taking something from Trenton. You're not sure what at all. It's, if anything, as far as it's like it took his soul, if you will.
Okay, so it's a total -2 after the +1.
Yeah, total -2.
Okay, rolling now.
Yep.
Got a success.
Okay.
So Elaine doesn't lose any integrity and takes a beat.
Yay!
You take a beat, and you also take the shaken condition.
Yeah.
So if you could put the shaking condition down for me real quick. So resolve plus composure at a -2.
Rox holds it together.
Yep.
Yay!
Yeah, and so that's Lane, Isabella. And we're just going to be rolling that.
Okay, Isabella holds it together.
Yeah. All right, but y'all take the shaking condition.
Yep.
I would say, considering the circumstance for Trenton, he automatically fails and loses a dot of integrity.
Yeah.
He just went through the traumatic event directly, and yeah, his particular experience is much more dire.
Yeah. Okay, so basically we're dragging Trenton along because he's basically in too much of a state to be able to do anything for himself.
Well, not outright. He just kind of he's like falls out for all of a sudden, and then he just runs off. He even pushes you aside. Even he just runs. He's not even considering you.
Yeah, that could be a problem. Looks like we're chasing after Trenton.
Yeah.
Done it.
Okay, so we'll run the chase scene. Yeah, and this thing is coming out with tendrils towards you. Towards you guys.
Screw that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right now, Elaine's thinking, do I actually know what would happen if I randomly mixed all these chemicals together? Answer, no. Is that going to stop me? Answer, also no.
Well,
She's. Yeah.
from what you were saying before about the chemicals and how you could make TNT,
Yep.
what Isabella does is that she's just tossing all the vials towards this thing.
Okay, so this thing's it's all gonna mix. She doesn't know what happens if you mix phosphoric acid with the components of making TNT. She has no idea. All she does know is that it's likely to be a highly energetic reaction, and she doesn't want to be there when it happens. So she's running after Trenton at maximum knots.
Yeah. Isabella just takes a handful of the chemicals and throws it. Now I'm just gonna maybe roll some science plus wits, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll just give her the shaking condition. And I'll just roll that. Two successes. Well, fortunately, the reaction does actually produce some kind of results. It's not like it explodes or anything, but it does catch fire. And so it does kind of, it seems to hurt this thing at least a little bit.
Well, yep. What's Rox doing? Because Elaine is running after Trenton.
I'm not saying if everybody else is running.
Okay. Yeah. And Isabella is also kind of running too. She was just going to take some from her pouch and then throw it out, and then still while running. So you all get a head start on this thing, but you still have to run. So,
Yeah.
this will be the start of a chase scene. We'll start with, so everybody got 5 successes. You have to meet that in order to evade this thing.
Yep. So what's the dice pool?
Well, I would say because you have the edge, because you do get a turn on it, a head start, that you basically have the edge.
Yep.
And when you do have the edge, you get to determine the dice pool everybody rolls.
Okay. Well, we've got someone who's basically just running blindly away. I think it comes down to outright dexterity plus athletics
Okay.
to run them down and catch up with them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Okay. So, Rox, I'm just going to roll for you. Elaine, if you could make a roll, please.
I'm doing that right now. 3 successes.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Pity she doesn't have inspired.
Well, you get 1 success, Rox.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And Trenton gets a success himself, but you easily catch up to Trenton there.
Yep.
And then
Isabel.
Isabella. Oh, whoop. Yeah, no. And she gets a success too.
Okay, so 5 for us, 1 for him.
Yep, and well, yeah, Trenton's not running with you. He's running kind of, running in the same direction that you're going in.
Yeah.
All right.
So we catch up and run down Trenton.
Yep.
Things still following us?
Oh, yeah.
And it's catching up fast.
Yep. 3 successes.
Next roll for us.
In fact, I could make it a sort of teamwork action.
I like that.
Yep. Well, you all have the edge. And Elaine, you've kind of caught up. You are right next to Trenton.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And Isabella and Rox are just behind. And the shadow is gaining on you.
Yep.
Okay. You need 2 more successes to evade it.
Okay, rolling now.
Well, what are you going to roll?
Dex and athletics.
Oh, okay.
Are we able to do that?
I'm pretty sure if you try to do that again, you suffer a -1 penalty. You have to. It's basically trying to get you to do fresh tactics.
Okay, try Animal Kin.
Mm-hmm.
Could give me a sense of getting out of its reach because of behavior of a predator.
Okay. So you can kind of guide Trenton over, like, this way.
Yeah, that kind of deal.
Okay. So intelligence.
Could I
plus
try to
animal
provide a temporary distraction for it?
count. Okay. As part of the teamwork action, sure. How are you going to distract the thing with?
Well, if they're dodging left per se, I would make kind of a look at me over here kind of thing and dodge the other way.
Okay, so presence plus expression. So I'm just gonna
I think I might have to throw a willpower into that. I don't think I have expression.
doesn't hold on. No, you do not.
Okay, then let's definitely throw a willpower at it.
Oh, oops. Okay, it's 3. You did get 1 success, so you add that to the overall teamwork action.
Yeah, well, Elaine got a success.
That's dexterity plus athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you are rolling last.
Right.
So Isabella's just going to follow your lead. She has no animal ken. So she'll probably just be spending a willpower there. I will say also with her, she actually recovers a willpower due to her being reckless. Her reckless vice. She just threw a whole bunch of chemicals at this thing.
Yeah.
And she knew that some of the chemicals could even produce TNT or some other kind of reaction. So broken glass plus volatile chemicals, pretty darn reckless.
Yeah. Phosphoric acid is well known for generating exothermic reactions. So basically she was mixing TNT components with heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so she gets a success.
Yeah. One success. And then Trenton is going to be spending willpower on this.
So I'll re-roll Dex plus Athletics plus everyone's successes.
No, Intelligence plus Animal Ken.
Okay, Intelligence plus Animal Ken.
Plus... Okay, 1, 2, 5. So plus 5.
Okay, so yep.
Hey there, Billy boy.
Okay, Intelligence plus Animal Ken. Rolling with 5 modifiers. Okay, 2 successes on 10 dice.
That's enough.
Yeah.
You basically evaded this thing.
Cool.
Yeah, so, well, because you were running off, you don't, well, you've, okay. So the visual is you've run off to the corner somewhere, and it seems to go in a completely different direction. This is because of you knowing how predators think. So you were thinking that it'll just go on ahead, but you're actually snuck to like one of the sides.
Yep. So basically used a sense of predator-prey to behave like the prey that successfully dodges the predator.
Or at least understanding what the predator, where the predator is going to run off to when it loses sight.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially like, oh, it's relying on memory now, and it's going to go for the most direct path because because it thinks that's where you're going. But you trail off onto the side, onto a little side corridor.
Yep.
And it passes by.
Yep.
So, you've all successfully evaded this thing.
Yay!
Next clue, how the hell do we get out of here?
Well, that's the trick, isn't it?
Does Rox recognize where she is?
No. The whole place is filled with all kinds of random corridors and such, and they're often kind of the same. They look very samey.
Can we look at the compass and shit we brought in?
Okay, you can take a look at the compass.
Yep.
And it doesn't seem to point anywhere.
Great.
Okay, so it's doing the whole swirly whirlies.
Well, it stands to reason that we should find an exterior wall, which means we should go in one direction for a good period of time until we find an exterior wall. And then we could look along that exterior wall for a fucking door.
Would I don't know if the compass would do the swirly whirlies.
Well, if it's got no place it can point, it tries to. The magnetic field just tries to circle and circle and circle. It's got no impetus, nothing to guide it, nothing to hold it in place.
Ah, okay.
The compass points north because it senses where magnetic north is.
Hmm.
If it can't, it just spins in random directions.
Okay. So it's just swirling around.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So compass is useless. There's no magnetic north down here.
All right. So, you were Rox. You wanted to kind of brute force through the maze, kind of thing, by sticking to one side, to one wall.
Yeah. Find a wall, let it lead us to an outdoor wall. Go from there.
All right. I would say probably intelligence plus resolve.
Sounds good.
Hmm. No. I'm just going to get rid of that picture. Okay. Well, you got you got a clue with one element. Yeah, so because this is investigation now, you're trying to find your way out. Okay. So you by doing that kind of brute force type of method, you have found a few blocks, as it were, and you can kind of get a rough mental map.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Elaine will engage in an investigation with investigation to see if she can find any clues or markers that could possibly indicate a way out.
Okay. Like what kind of indicators are you were suspecting?
Sunlight, air.
Essentially, any directional airflow, anything that could indicate that there's an exit from the place.
Okay. Roll wits plus investigation.
Yep. Four successes.
Whoa!
Nice.
Well, gee. You find a ventilation shaft. Well, actually, you find a series of them. And you also notice that they have degrees of airflow. So some of them don't have as much, but some of them have more. And so you've kind of traced, using Rox's mental map, you kind of trace a bit of a path, like a direction to go in.
Mm-hmm.
So you've determined a direction that you can, a rough direction that you can move in.
Yep. Okay.
All right, and let's see.
What's
Is
Isabel going to do?
Yeah, Isabella knows a bit about computers. And she knows this is a computer company. So she's going to try to find. She's actually going to rig her phone a bit to find Wi-Fi hotspots. And essentially use the signal strength as a means of detecting where to go, using the degree of signal strength as a directional pull.
Because, of course, Wi-Fi doesn't operate down here, but it does operate outside in the rest of the world. So if she can find where the Wi-Fi is, she finds the door to the outside.
Essentially, yes. Wi-Fi
Yeah.
signals could reasonably come out a bit into the space, into this alternate space. Just a little bit outward. So if she can get signal strength, she would get a little bit of it, but like as the signal strength increases, that's like, kind of like it goes from cold to warm,
Yep. And that can be enough to give some information.
All right. So she finds, oh, I got a bar here. Oh, I got 2 bars. All right, we're going in the right direction.
Okay, so yep, she got to make her roll.
Yep, she already did.
Oh, so yep, now I see it. Yep, so that's 3 successes accumulated so far. 3 clues.
Yep, 3 clues. You need 4
So,
this time.
I'm thinking Trenton's probably not in a condition at this point to be searching anything out.
Trenton
I've got a
is
raging
kind of
clue.
spaced out for the moment. He's just following. But he's out of it. He's emotionally disconnected at the moment. He's just like, it's kind of like you direct him forward and that's it.
Right, so we've got 3 of us have found some clues, but it's still not enough to have a clear exit.
Sorry, what were you saying, Rox?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was mouthing out about having a raging clue.
Oh, what was it?
It's a South Park reference. Nowhere.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Elaine, did you have any other ideas?
In terms of other skills, she does have a strong science background. So trying to think of some way in which her understanding of science could help her out here. Isabel still has those chemicals?
Yeah, but not as many.
Okay, well, they're highly aromatic, and some of them, when they react to each other, can create a kind of fog. So if she can mix those and release them in the air vents, she can use them as a guide to follow the current of the strongest airflow.
Okay.
Clever.
All
Chem
right.
fog.
So intelligence plus science.
Okay.
To mix the chemicals to make the fog. Oh,
2 successes.
okay. Well, you've got enough clues, and and they all have one element each. And oh, that's Rox's character. Elaine, you've got 2 dots of investigation.
Yep.
So you can use 2 clues for revealing the truth. And I say for here that you make the fog and you're testing out the fog to reveal the truth.
Yep.
And I'll just say you succeed here because generally you've done quite a bit.
Yep.
So you put them up to the vents and you find the one which has the that's kind of sucking in the most.
Yep.
Yeah, and you find the closest door to there.
Okay, so we head for the door.
Yep.
Get everyone up and out of here.
Mm-hmm. And you
Hell, I'd love to search for more info for the brother, but right now it's a case of if we stay here, we're going to die.
Yeah, and...
Yeah, let's go.
Well, you're walking down this particular hallway, and you just keep on walking. There's nothing else there, and you keep walking down until you like at some point you're not quite sure precisely when or where, but you just come up to this audience and this whole applause. This crowd applauding
crap.
you.
A crowd applauding us.
Yeah. They're looking at you and they're going like, yeah, oh, that's awesome, that's great. You know, they're impressed. And before you, you see what looks like this kind of projector light in front of you, besides the audience, of course. It's not directly in your eyes, but it's a big light there. And when you look behind you, you see a wall. It looked like you just came out of the wall. Somehow.
Well, that explains the applause. It looks like someone thinks this was a magic show.
Yeah.
Don't know how we came out of a freaking wall, but then let's face it, that place was weird to start with.
Yeah. And then you, and so after the applause kind of dies down, this, well, as the applause starts dying down, this guy goes like, yeah. Great show. Come on, fellas. And you see this big guy. I mean, he's, he has this, it's just the strangest sight because he has bright red hair and brown skin. He looks like a Scottish-haired Persian. And
Weird.
he's directing you guys over. Like, come on, let's go. He looks like one of the security, I suppose, to whatever this was. Looks like a picture show, and he looks like he's just kind of like a security at this show here.
Well, looks like someone's given us an exit.
I don't trust this for shit.
That's a reasonable assumption.
Hey, come on. Time to get your snacks.
What do you mean snacks?
Well, you're the oh, come on. You're just the extras. You were promised snacks. Go get them. Let's go get them.
Yeah, I can recognize a leading statement when someone's making it. This person wants to get us out of here, and they're trying to do it in the discreetest manner possible. I think it's probably actually a good idea to listen to this person.
All right.
Yeah, come on. Here's the.
I don't know why they're doing what they're doing, but it seems to me they're trying to get us out of here.
Yep. Snack van all the way there. Yeah, that was freaky, wasn't it?
And you seem to be a bit of a sideshow.
The amazing stuff they have here at Hollywood. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. At this point, there's a look on Elaine's face which says she ain't buying this. Something's up, and she's starting to want to know what, real bad.
Well, especially since he mentioned Hollywood. Infinite is not based in Hollywood. It's in the downtown area, not Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you check your phones, that was in that kind of airplane mode, it seems to have only gone on for, say, about an hour or so.
Yeah. And that tracks with our internal clocks?
No, this is your internal clocks. It's only been a few hours.
Biological internal clock.
Well, yes, that correlates with your biological internal clocks.
Not with what is on the phone.
No, your phone. Your phone was set to airplane mode. As in, it's not receiving any network signals.
Yeah.
But then, of course, oh wait, no. Never mind.
So I go ahead and take mine off airplane mode and have Elaine keep hers on.
Mm-hmm. You find that only about half an hour passed. So basically, Elaine's phone's clock is hours ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So certainly there is a time dilation that's happened.
Quite an extreme
Only
one.
This time the other way.
Yep. So you're taken to a van on the side, and it's serving out the free snacks that you were promised. Yeah, the eager volunteers. And he just hands out a box of snacks for you. And you can just take your pick. There's things like Doritos, Funyuns, that sort of thing. Even some Pringles.
Yeah, Elaine's seriously wondering what on earth is going on, but she's kind of in this mode of if I blow the gaff here, I could do something really bad. I'm not sure who's trying to make this look normal, but they are trying to make it look normal. Maybe they're covering it up.
Best to play along.
Maybe they're covering it up for someone else.
Yeah. Isabella just goes, cool, takes it back, and starts munching. Trenton just kind of goes like, okay, all right, and just takes a bag, kind of out of reluctance, as it were. Again, he's been pretty quiet for the most part, not really saying anything.
Okay, so Elaine's going to look at this guy who's helped them over, said, give a quick comment of, you care to enlighten us? Just nothing particularly specific, just you care to enlighten us.
Well, and he's just kind of munching a snack of his own. You know, it doesn't quite hit the spot. How would you feel about pancakes?
Now Elaine's got this look of, oh shit, you're watching us.
Come on, I know a good place around here.
Yeah, Elaine's like, okay, we're being watched. Don't know who
this is also very Dead Like Me. Did you guys ever see that? Where they're always in a pancake house?
Dead Like Me? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a show where they're all Grim Reapers.
Oh.
I've heard of it. I just haven't watched it.
I recommend.
Is that on Netflix?
But they meet at like a breakfast place too.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out at some point.
Yeah, even a Grim Reaper needs snacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but just hanging out for pancakes.
Yeah, so Elaine's just like, yeah, we're being watched. Someone's scoping us. This is so obviously a scoping, it's not bloody funny.
Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Okay, so you're back at the restaurant. You've you're at a different one this time.
Yeah.
But it has that same kind of. It's not IHOP, but it's sort of like it. It's kind of like a sort of Burger King to IHOP, if you will. That kind of off-brand kind of thing. It's like, okay, yeah, it's basically IHOP, but it's not.
Yeah. We are IHOP. Don't ever call us IHOP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would
for
call themselves
contractual reasons.
IHOP were it not for the copyright issues.
Yeah, due to contractual obligations, we are not IHOP.
But we're basically IHOP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get your orders, and he orders. This dude orders like 3 different plates of food.
Okay, so he's really putting food down.
Yeah.
Elaine looks across, raises an eyebrow, says, tapeworm?
Yeah. Nah, just the heat.
Right. And that was just a magic show.
No, a special effects show. You know how it is in Hollywood. They test out special effects all the time.
Except we weren't in Hollywood.
Well, you're in Hollywood now. Weird, huh?
Doesn't seem to weird you out.
No. From what I've seen, it's pretty tame. Actually, practically cliche at this point. You think the universe would get better ideas?
Better ideas.
You know, something more original.
So now you're basically reviewing the universe's performance?
Well, it's all one big show at the end of it. One big story.
What's yours?
Oh, just a guy who likes solving a bunch of problems. Name's Garrick, by the way.
Pleasure. And the look on her face suggests otherwise. So what do you want with us? And why are you watching us?
Well, thing is, this is a bit of an issue I've been looking into. Unfortunately, it's not a good idea for me to get involved, as it were.
Really?
Well,
And what's keeping you out of involvement?
busy schedule, got a bunch of other things, and also the particular nature of this problem means that it would be most unwise for me to come in.
Elaine will take a sit back and leave it for Rox and Isabella to ask some questions. In the meantime, I'm just going to go to the toilet.
Okay.
Fair.
Hell, we could have Elaine go to the toilet in game.
Right.
Hey, makes sense.
So, what are your intentions moving forward?
Well, I can't do much of for this problem, but you guys seem to be doing pretty well.
How long have you been watching us?
Oh, now that would be telling a bit.
That would be telling. I know, that's why I want you to tell me.
Oh, but I can't give up the mystery now. Gotta leave some questions unanswered, right?
Left.
Left what?
You said right. I said left.
Oh.
Contrary-wise.
Okay. Up, Isabella says. Down.
Right?
Left.
Okay, back with you.
He won't say how long he's been watching us.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about it. After this point, I probably won't be watching you for too much longer.
Because...
I got other things to do.
Why do I not feel mollified by that?
Out of character, I don't know what mollified means.
Eased, made to feel better.
Oh, okay. Well, probably because the problem's still there. And you have got an investment in it. There's all kinds of problems out there. And, well, I can only solve so many. So, generally, for problems I can't quite do, problems I can't quite solve, I get others. You seem like the perfect candidates for that.
And how do you support these others?
Giving them what they need. Showing them the way.
Well, what do you got to offer now?
Well, your friend over there, and he points to Trenton.
Mm-hmm.
What about me? Yeah, you lost something, didn't you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, to sum things up, souls exist. People have got souls. Except when they don't. Sometimes they can be taken. What happens when you lose it? Best not go into that. Let's just say very bad things. And leave it at that.
Is this not a case of the very bad thing, though? Do we not need to know?
It's best not to worry about that sort of thing. Besides, if you can regain your soul back, or at least get another one, then it's all well and good. All's well that ends well, kind of thing.
Uh-huh. And why do I get a feeling this hasn't ended well so far?
It doesn't have to end badly. You can change the story. Change your fate, as it were. No fate but what we make.
simple gist, what happened to him? And Elaine gets very blunt.
Well, his soul got ripped out.
And you know that how?
Long story short, I'm just a wizard.
Right. I'm just a unicorn.
I'm a vampire.
That's actually not as far off as you might think.
Okay, I'll buy it. You're telling us there's real wizards and you're one of them.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, so if you're a wizard, do a magic trick.
I'd rather not. It's not a good idea for me to do so anyway.
Ignition problems?
No, just more like combustion problems.
Well, happens to everyone. They get older sooner or later.
Nice.
So, you want us to believe that you're some sort of magic guy?
Well, that's just the truth of it. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. You wanted to know how I know these things? That's how I know these things. That's it. Take it or leave it. No skin off my no skin off my nose. Whether you believe it or not. Besides, how else could I understand that you were attacked by this shadowy creature that reached out with tendrils like plastic tubes and wires that grappled onto you when you looked at Trenton?
Maybe because you were spying on us the whole time?
With what?
I don't know.
You know how ordinary technology gets futzed around, right?
Yeah.
And besides, what would I have any use of? And besides, what cameras would I use? The phones were your phones were tucked in your pockets. You weren't recording anything. So what cameras did I use?
You got some kind of stealth tech or something?
Sure, I suppose. I've got stealth tech. Look. Point is, I have been watching you. You need something that you need. You've lost something. Your friend needs it back. And let's just say I got an opportunity for you to get that back, or at least a replacement.
Now we're getting to the bottom of business.
Good. Butterscotch.
Butterscotch is so good.
Oh, it is. Anyway, so, you know souls exist. Well, and people can take them. Some assholes like to do that. This particular asshole, which is, again, I'm just too busy to tackle at the moment. So, I'll give you a lead on this guy. And, you just, crack him open. And, sorry, I gotta rewind this. I messed it up.
Cool.
Sorry, my brain futzed out.
No
It's
worries.
okay. We all have those moments.
Yeah. Anyways, he goes so there's this particular asshole is wandering around the streets collecting souls and killing their original owners. You can see that's a bit of a problem. And like I said, I'm very busy. And since you, and he points to Trenton, need a soul, and I figure, how about you solve 2 problems at once?
So this guy going around killing souls. How exactly is he doing that?
Some kind of magic item, probably.
Right. And we've got what kind of protections from that?
Well, surprise?
I don't know, Elaine says. What do you think?
Is there any way you can fortify us?
Might have something. Yeah.
Might have volunteered that.
Well, how about... And he pulls out his phone for a bit. Call somebody. Hey, Becky. Do you have something against soul eaters? Yeah, got some people who will need some of that. If you could drop it off at around, and he just gives an address. I don't have anything at this point, but, you know. Okay. Alright.
321 Baker Street.
321 Baker Street. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is, the drop point is over in this particular mailbox. Just search from under there. You'll see a package. Stuck to the bottom of it. That'll give you some amulets of protection.
So what's your deal?
Well, like I said, I solve problems. But I'm solving so many, I can't solve them all.
So you want us to do this one for you. What are you going to offer in payment?
Well, it's more like you got your friend here who needs something, and I thought since you would need a replacement, you could get that back, and I could also solve a big problem here. 2 birds with 1 stone.
At this point, Isabel shrugs and says, I never said he was my friend.
How about we get a contact, i.e. you, for anytime we run into some creepy ass shit?
We could work out that. You'll get one favor. Think of it as a get out of jail free card for supernatural shenanigans. Hey, Billy.
Sure, but I'm talking about an ongoing, like, information type relationship. We work both ways.
That sort of thing, unfortunately.
All right, fair. A girl's gotta ask.
Of course. But you know, the hero's gotta walk the path himself. I'm only the one who shows you it.
Don't know about heroes, says Elaine. All I see is opportunities.
Well, protagonist, then. In any case, that's the offer. Want to take it or leave it?
Elaine looks across at you. Add rocks.
Oh,
I feel like a favor from him could be pretty useful.
I'm getting that inclination myself. Agreed.
Check in with Isabella.
Isabella goes like, "Can I get some more chemicals?"
Because let's face it,
I think that guy might have. I think that particular guy might have something for you. You can pick up later. Cool. Ask me. And Trenton goes like, "Yeah, whatever. I'm tired."
Elaine looks across and says, how long before he's going to start to become a problem?
What do you mean start?
That'll take weeks at least. It's a gradual process. It's not immediate, but it's different for everybody, so you never know. Anyway, now if you could hand me the phones real quick, I'm just gonna install a little app.
Yep, she hands her phone over.
Yep, and he presses on the screen, and you see an ad just pop up on the touch screen there. And it shows, and he hands it back over to you, and it's an app called Lighthouse. And he does it for all your phones, by the way.
Not heard of this one.
Well, of course not. I made it up. Think of it as a soul tracker.
Elaine's got this look of, come again.
Well, yeah, the guy's got a collection of souls.
And you can just make an app for that on the spot.
I told you, I'm a wizard.
Where do I sign up?
Well, it's not up to me. It's not up to anybody. Except for you. Maybe you'll be able to sign up. Who knows?
And how do I do that?
It's different for everybody. Even I can't guide you to the path.
Right.
Although I have a hunch, you might just get it. Who knows? And I think that's a good place for us to end on.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yeah. The mercantile nature of Elaine is just, well, okay, what you paying us?
Favors for favors.
Yeah.
Okay. Just going to stop that. And we're just going to stop the recording. And the